I've always been fascinated to see how people make coffee in different cultures around the world. The older the gear, it seems, the more stories they hold. The Turkish Cezve is one of the earliest coffee brewers, so I caught up with Emir, local coppersmith, to show us his process.
The only way to drink Turkish coffee, traditionally speaking, is with a copper Cezve.
So that's what drew me to Turkey in the first place, was to do a little bit more research on like where did this global coffee culture come from? Where did it stem from?
Starting from the Ethiopian Jabena, then we go to the Arabian Peninsula, and you have the Mossab and the Della, and you have the evolution to the Cezve. The lore is that 16th century, late 1500s, in Istanbul, the Cezve has been developed. The benefit of using silver when you want to cook something or when you brew coffee is the same. It's the best thermic conductor in the universe among metals at Earth conditions and temperatures. The second in line is pure copper, which is 17% less conductive than silver.
Soy makes a range of copper and silver cookware, but I'm here for the coffee. This is how a typical Cezve is made. First, they take these copper discs and use a special technique which takes 2 people to shape this piece of copper around this unique mold. The next step is crucial: hammering. A lot of hammering. You'll notice copperware is almost always covered in these little divots. This increases its hardness and overall durability by a process of spherical indentation. And then the handle of bronze alloy is fastened on with a pair of rivets. The Cezve is now ready for a final polish before being cleaned and packed away.
In Arabic, Jazwa, with a va, means the embers. 16th century, late 1500s, in Istanbul, the Cezve has been developed.
So there was always this like food and coffee connection. There was always the cookware connection to crafting coffee.
Pretty much. And not just Turkey, the ex-Ottoman Empire and our neighbors in the east as well, the Iranian Empire and Greater India. They use, we use, and they use copper for pretty much everything, historically speaking.
If you can prepare us that ritual.
As you know, Turkish coffee has to be ground fine, very fine. So fine, in fact, that you should see your fingerprint in the coffee. At least that's what they told me. For brewing, he goes with the classic 1:10 ratio of finely ground coffee to water. In this case, 7.5 grams of coffee to 75 milliliters of water. He puts the Cezve on heat for about 1.5 minutes and then stirs to break up any clumps for a more even extraction. Vadim pours the coffee into a little cup right as it foams up. When it's good coffee, there's really no need for multiple foamings.
How long should I wait before I drink the cup of Turkish coffee? Because I always
would wait a minute or two.
Yeah.
Never drink it straight away.
But is that another grandma rule, or is that like universal?
That one makes pretty much sense. You know how we call Turkish coffee in Turkey? Just coffee.
Turkish coffee is a craft. From the roasting profile to the grind size, the equipment used, the brew recipe, and even down to how it's served. But if there's one thing I've learned from my trip to Turkey, no Turkish coffee is quite complete without good company to share a peaceful moment in time.